Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. You know, I knew that was going to wind up happening with Sasha and Cody. That Sasha was going to sit there and say no, that they can't be a relationship because of Brando and Liam. And part of it kind of irked me. I'm going to be honest. Part of it kind of irked me because it was like Brando died like how long ago, right? And I get it. There's no timetable when it comes towards grief. But the problem is that it's a TV show. And at some point, it's like, sis, you gotta sit there and start trying to pick the pieces up of your life and start to try to move forward, you know? And yeah, the grief isn't necessarily going to go away. That's why you got therapy for, okay? That's why you got therapy for. Brando would not want you to be sitting there stopping your life, stop living your life. Like, I don't know, there's something about it just kind of roll my eyes and it's like, oh, I haven't got over Brando. It's like, Brando died like a long time ago. And if we're going to be completely honest, Brando's character became so useless, so pointless, and so boring the minute that he got with Sasha. So at this point, I'm like, well, we gotta do something else. Okay? And Cody being like, oh well, don't worry, I'll sit there and wait for you. The hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? First of all, let me tell you something. As sweet and as nice and as romantic as that sounds, that is total and utter BS. You do not wait for anyone, okay? If they are not ready, you respectfully understand and you move forward. Um, Haven and Maxie seem they're having this pointless conversation, and Haven's all like, oh, well, they got, and of course, and this is another reason. Haven's like, oh, of course, Sasha did well, but she didn't do well, by herself. Cody was there, so they pretty much got to be a package deal. And I'm like, of course, they got to be a package deal because now, when this, when it looks like they're going to get together and Sasha decides not to, now they got to be a package deal. It's like, oh wow, I totally did not see this coming, except for I totally did, from day one. Even with Haven. I knew that little stipulation was going to be on the table. Um, the minute that they came on the channel together. Okay, so Anna and Sunny. I said this before. This is something that I was very worried about. Right. Oh, by the way, Sunny knew that Charlotte was behind all the stuff that happened to Anna. And I knew this was going to wind up happening. I knew this was going to wind up happening. Ever since Friday, when she shot Charlotte, we was going to be getting this mopey version of Anna. And pretty much every time that we've seen her, that's been her energy. And it's just something that's just so depressing about watching her constantly cry or nearly cry. It's just, and of course, what also annoys me is that she is super protective of somebody who practically burnt down her goddamn house and who has been terrorizing her for months. And the reason why it annoys me, not just the fact that she should be a little more pissed off at Charlotte, because Charlotte's not a 5-year-old, 7-year-old. This chick is damn near 18, okay? But what it really comes down to is that actions need to have consequences. This is the same thing that made me roll my eyes when Dante was like, talking about he would do the same thing. And I'm like, oh, well, then you sound like a terrible parent then. Because this chick, since she was even younger, was putting snakes in another child's bag, in Ava's bag. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, seriously, did she? I mean, I assume that was just to scare her, and none of those things was poisonous. But like, really? And not only that, but she thought it was okay to be sitting there bullying Aiden and practically talking to Willow like, whatever, it's no big deal. And why is that? It's because the adults in her life has been doing nothing but shielding her. So when she was all super adamant, like, oh, I want to make sure it doesn't go on record, and no, nothing happens to her legally. It's like you're not doing her any favors. But she's so guilt ridden. The sad part is that I think even if she wasn't guilt ridden, she would still want to proceed with that idiotic plan of action of making sure that no legal consequences comes towards Charlotte. Or just get some therapy. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for therapy, but I feel like that needs to be followed by consequence. It needs to be followed by consequences. Not Mason. Austin and Ava. Let me tell you something. From day one, Austin's character has been nothing but a failure, right? An absolute failure. And when I first started talking about Austin, and people was like, no, 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 give him a chance, give him a chance, it'll work out fine. You don't even know, just give him a chance. No, I knew from day one that character was crap. Okay? I knew from the minute that they decided to bring him back as a different character, I was like, this is going to be an absolute effing train wreck. Okay? And the only thing that made his character a little bit more spicy and a little bit more interesting is when you had Mason involved. And then you got Cyrus involved. And then his character became a little more interesting. But just the character itself was complete and utter garbage. Okay? And watching the way Ava was there really just giving him all the smoke that he deserved just reminded us of just how crap the character was. And he comes in there with this BS, phony, sad, pathetic excuse for an apology. Then he gives a sob story, his backstory about how, Cyrus paid for his medical, license and, was really close to the family. He felt that he owed him and, he only did it. He only went through with, going along with Cyrus and getting him out of jail because he wanted to make sure that he wanted to protect her. Ava's like, you could have went to Sunny. You could have went to the cops. You chose to save your own pathetic, sorry ass instead. And that's what he did. And she was like, if it wasn't for Jocelyn, who doesn't even really like me, and is now just being cordial with me, and Dex and Dante, I would have been dead. So explain to me, what did you exactly do? Right? Because let's be honest, even though he was going along, Mason had his ideas. Mason was like, nope, I gotta sit there and bump you up because you're gonna sit there and wrap me out to the cops. And I saw the previews, and you know what this idiot does tomorrow. And I'm talking about Austin, by the way. And I'm pretty sure he is at the PCPD, confessing his crimes. Okay, all right. Well, that just full circle right there. Now, speaking of Joss, Adam and lost his goddamn mind. Listen, I get that he's under a lot of pressure and everything from his parents and whatever. The minute that he put his hands on Jocelyn, all that went out the window. Okay? He is all up in her face. I need help. I need help. No, you need therapy. That's what you need. She's like, yo, listen, I'm tired. I'm not with it right now. She's pretty much like, I'm going to bed. This dude put his hands on her. Dex looked like he was about to break him in two. And I was there for it, right? Jocelyn, pretty much being the kind soul that she is, tries to calm Dex down and be like, hey, listen, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out. But I can't. You're demanding more than what I can give you. Because she has already too much going on. And to be honest, she probably had a little bit too much going on to even be a student and to be in such an intense program like medical and stuff like that as it is. But she's like, I got too much stuff going on. You can go to somebody else who is smart, that can help you out, and who is better equipped for your schedule than I am. But he's all like, no, 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 no. I need you. I need you. You help me. What do you need her for? Because she's pretty? I mean, yes, she's smart, but she's pretty. Because you can go to somebody else. What makes her so much more better than anyone else? That's why Dex the whole time was just sitting there just eyeing him like, bro, you're not making any sense. Like, none of what you're saying is adding up. Hell, at one point, he actually tried to get in Dex's face, like, well, I'm a medical student, and da-da-da-da-da. Bro, you're up here. You need to take it down there. Okay? Dex looked like he about to ready to sit there and just break him in two. And the fact that he was still going so hard, I was like, bro, you are... No. So they pretty much kind of just, telling the peace out. Jocelyn is there telling Dex all the pressure he's going under and, how bad she feels for him. And see, the problem with situations like that is that she's so kind that she doesn't understand, she doesn't recognize crazy, right? Like, she doesn't recognize crazy. And I get it. It's not so much about the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes people could just snap. And I don't think that she's really taking that too seriously. And that's the problem. And granted, that's a problem for everyone. And it's not to sit there and say be paranoid, but even I've noticed, even with me and what I do, that I've had somebody that I had to sit there and block because they were going a little bit too, they were getting a little bit too attached, right? And I sat there and I was like, what if this person is a complete and utter nut job? So I blocked that person. I was like, no, I'm not. Because I may not, oh, well, it's just, somebody who likes my videos or whatever. But you know what? No, after, I'm not taking that chance. Now, I feel bad for TJ and Molly. Lex was there to sit there and comfort her and everything like that. They talk about Andrea, how she lost a child, how she's not ready to sit there and go through that again. Sam finds out and everything, right? So, heartbreaking stuff. Now, with that being said, and I said this yesterday, and I said this again, I know that they're going to at some point ask Christina. And Christina better not just say no, she better sit there and say hell no. Kick rocks without socks, kick your ass down the street. Okay? Because, teachers like, we gotta sit there, and if we're gonna do this, we gotta find somebody else. Okay. Oh, start looking. Start looking in every other goddamn possible direction, other than the woman who wanted to sit there and put her life on hold to do something nice for you. So hopefully that happens. What else wound up happening in this episode? Oh yeah, then there was the whole Sam and Dante scene, but all they did was sit there and talk about Charlotte, her motives. Dante said something stupid. Oh, and Anna, apparently she can't find, like, she called Dante because she can't find these files about this guy named, what the hell is his name? Some guy named Jameson, I guess Jameson Forsyth. Um, Kind of a weird last name. You don't really, I haven't really heard a lot of people named Forsyth. The only person I heard somebody named Forsyth was on Riverdale. But apparently, yeah, she's meant to looking through her notes and stuff like that and her files, and she's like, they've been, they're gone. So, hmm. Also told Sonny that, you need to sit there and kind of ramp up security because that shot, that was not Charlotte. So, whoever shot you is like, they weren't that they're trying to shoot me, they were trying to shoot you, which, in all reality, that's still just a theory. That I want to sit there and remind people that's still just a theory. Yeah, Charlotte was behind, um, all the other stuff, but that guy, whoever his name, that guy could have been behind the shooting of Anna. And most likely they're going to sit there and lean towards Sunny, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. She's just speculating, just like Spencer just speculating that Ace isn't his child, even though there was no DNA test done whatsoever. I know that there's people that don't want that to happen, that they don't want um, Ace to be Spencer's son, but until there's an actual DNA confirmation, I don't care what he said. That's still a possibility. I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else that wound up happening. So, um, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young and the Restless. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.